Well, hi again, everyone. This is Tim from Cleveland Baseball Fan 879, and this is number 24 of the 1972 Gaylord Perry Stratomatic Super Advanced Starts Only replay. Today, the Indians head to Chicago to face Wilbur Wood and the Chicago White Sox. A couple changes you notice. They've now gotten a dice tower. Some of the rolls may be not visible. It's kind of shallow, but I'll read them off to you anyway. Trust me, they're good. And I've also raised up the camera a little bit so you can see what's ever in there. Perry's stats on the season, he is 13-7, and in 163 and 2/3 innings pitched, he has allowed 29 earned runs. And he has walked. I'll give you the walk in the strikeout totals. All right, he's walked 35 and struck out 99. And we'll go ahead and do the weather effects first. This is a day game in Chicago. It was played July 23rd of 1972. So Chicago during the day is 1 to 11 good weather, 12 to 17 average weather. And 18 to 20 bad weather. And that's a 4, and we've got good weather. And so good weather in Chicago is left-handers get ballpark singles all day long, 1 to 20. And right-handers get it most of the time, 1 to 17. Ballpark home runs. Boy, on a good day, Comiskey Park was okay. 1 to 12 for lefties and 1 to 15 for righties. All right, and the starting lineups for both teams. For the Indians, leading off and playing center field is Del Unser. Batting second and playing second is Jack Brohammer. Batting third and playing third is Buddy Bell. Cleaning up and catching is Ray Fosse. Batting fifth and at first base is Chris Chambliss. Batting sixth and playing left field is Alex Johnson. Batting seventh and playing right field is Ron Lilich. Batting eighth and playing shortstop is Frank Duffy. And batting ninth and pitching is Gaylord Perry. For the White Sox, it is leading off and in right field, Walt Williams. No, not the basketball player. Batting second and playing second is Mike Andrews. Batting third is the left fielder, Carlos May. And batting cleanup, the first baseman, Dick Allen. Batting fifth and playing third base is Ed Spezio. Batting sixth and playing center field is Jim Little. Batting seventh and catching is Ed Herman. Batting eighth and playing shortstop is Luis Alvarado. And batting ninth and pitching is Wilbur Wood. All right, we'll go ahead and get started here. Here's Del Unser. That is a 5-5 against the lefty. And that's hit deep to center field, but that will one-hop the wall. And into second with the double is Unser on a 16. Probably see that okay. And that's a good way for the Indians to lead off. And havoc roll for Wilbur Wood. Nothing on the 3. And here is Jack Brohammer. Three and a 7 against a lefty. Base hit into center field. They were not holding Unser on. They probably should have, so he gets up to a 16. That's going to center field. That is Little, no arm. So 1 to 16. And Unser is safe. And that's a 7. He's in there. So RBI single for Jack Brohammer, and the Indians get out quickly to a 1-0 lead. Here's Buddy Bell. Nothing on the 12. Here's the pitch to Bell. 2 and a 3. Popped up into foul territory. Third base side, and the third baseman, Spezio, retires Buddy Bell, 1 down. And here is Fossey. Havoc roll for Wilbur Wood. Nothing on the 12. And here's Fossey. Whoops. 1 and an 8. Ground ball back to the mound. Wood, the second to get Brohammer. And the return throw is in time. So 1-4-3 on the double play to retire the side. But the Indians do get a run and lead 1-0 lead 1-0 after half inning. So the White Sox have not even batted. So. And here is Walt Williams. All right. And here is Williams, the bat. Two and a 4. And all those hit, that's against the lefties. He actually does pretty well against lefties. 2 and a 4 against the righty is a high pop-up left side of the infield, and the shortstop, Duffy, calls for it, 1 away. And here is Mike Andrews. And I will re-roll. Sorry, I misjudged the 3 and a 5, and that foul ball cost him. That's into center field, and not being able to cut him off is the center fielder, Unser, and that's a 1-out double for Mike Andrews. Nothing on the 18. And here's Carlos May. 1 and a 10. Ground ball to second. Fielded by Brohammer. Only plays to first as Andrews moves to third, but there are 2 outs. And here's Dick Allen. Havoc roll. Nothing on the 16. And here's the pitch to Dick Allen. 2 and a 5. And swung on and missed, struck him out. And that retires the side. So the White Sox strand a runner. And after 1 complete, it's the White Indians 1 and the White Sox nothing. And that brings up Chris Chambliss, the first baseman. Three and a 2. And that's a line drive to second base, caught by Andrews, and since there's nobody on, he cannot get him Lomax. All right, and that brings up Alex Johnson. Six and a 5. That's to the shortstop. That's a 16 for the range check for Alvarado. That's going to be in range. And let's see what an E33 does. E33, oh boy, and a 15. And there is a 15. So reaching on the air is Alex Johnson. And the Indians have a base runner. And they will, well, Wood has a -4, Herman's a +2, so they'd be -2, but he'd be automatic to get it, so they will hold him on. And here is Ron Lolich. Havoc roll. Nothing on the 6. And here's the pitch to Lolich. Oops. 5 and a 10. That's to the righty. That's a ground ball to short. Alvarado to Andrews to get Johnson, but the return throw is not in time. And Lolich does not have to be held on. And here's Frank Duffy. Nothing on the 16 for the Havoc. Here's Duffy, 2 outs. Runner on first. Oops. Six and a 4. That's to the shortstop. Oh boy. 3 and a 5. And thankful they do not have to hold Lolich on because that's a G3 with the pound sign, but he's not responsible for holding the runner. And wouldn't be because he's a right-handed batter anyways. So Alvarado. That's a 7. 33. There is no 7. So Alvarado throws to first and throws out Duffy, and that retires the side. Indians go down here in the second. Going to the bottom of the second, Indians lead 1-0. Spezio, Little, and Herman do up here in the bottom of the second. And here's the pitch to Spezio. 2 and an 8. And against the righty, popped him up right side of the infield. Brohammer camps under it, and that's 1 away. And here's Jim Little. Or I hope that's pronounced Little. If it's Lytle, let me know. 4 and a 7 lefty. That's 1-9 single. That's an 18. So that is a ground ball to shortstop. And Duffy throws out Little. 2 down. And here is Ed Herman, the catcher. And here's the pitch to Herman. 3 and a 10. Fly ball to left field. And Johnson camps under it. 1-2-3 inning for the White Sox here in the second. We go to the top of the third. Indians 1, White Sox nothing. Perry, Unser, and Brohammer do up here for the Indians here in the third. And here's the pitch to Perry. 4 and a 10. Center field chance. That is a 3. That was a 3. And the center fielder, Little, 3 and a 3. That will probably most likely fall for a hit. Oh, it actually get over the center fielder, Little's head. Let's see if he compounds this by making an error. 13. Little is an E6. There is no 13, but on a 3 and a 3, Perry is into second with a double. All right. Havoc roll here for Wilbur Wood. Nothing on the 12. And here is Unser. He led off the game with a double. 1 and an 8. Ground ball to short. Alvarado looks Perry back and throws out Unser, 1 away. Here's Jack Brohammer. Singled his last time up, nothing on the 6. And here's the pitch to Brohammer. Oops. And we'll just re-roll that. Okay. 2 and a 10. Ground ball to first. And Allen steps on the bag himself, but Perry moves to third, but there are 2 outs. And here's Buddy Bell. Havoc roll for Wood. Nothing on the 15. And here's the pitch to Bell. He loses 3 hits in column 3 if it's a clutch result. 1 and a 5. Ground ball back to the mound. And that will retire the side. So the Indians strand a leadoff double. And after 2.5, it's the Indians 1 and the White Sox nothing. And Alvarado, Wood, and Williams do up for the White Sox here in the bottom of the 3rd. And here's the pitch to Alvarado. Oops, let me roll to see if the D20 actually mattered. 3 and a 5. Nope. Struck him out. That is the second strikeout for Perry. And he brings up Wilbur Wood. Oops. Reroll. Got to wait. The red die did not make it to the tower. I think from now on, I think I'm just going to re-roll the red die, the 3 die. 4 and a 9, and Wood's a right-handed hitter. He draws a walk. And they will not hold him on. And here's Walt Williams. Havoc roll for Perry. Nothing on the 11. And here is Walt Williams. I think from now on, I'm just going to roll the 3 die, and if I need the 20-sider, I'll use it. 1 and a 9. Ground ball to first. Throws down to short to get Wood, and that's all they will get. Williams. And now he is a... starts at a 19 if he can get a jump. Perry -1, Fosse -3, -4. So he'd be 1 to 13, but they're going to try to get a jump. I have to roll a d20 with this, so he's going to try to get a jump. And that's a 4. That's a nope, and that's an 18, so that's a no. All right. So Williams will be held on. Here's Mike Andrews, doubled his first time up. Nothing on the 7. And, oops, here's the roll for Andrews. 6 and a 12. Against a righty, 1 to 6 single chance. That's a 14. So line drive to the shortstop. And that retires the side. Yep. Yeah, that's retires the side. I do not count the second out, the strikeout. All right, so going to the top of the 4th, Indians lead 1 to 0. And Fosse, Chambliss, and Johnson do up here in the top of the 4th. And here is Fosse. 2 and a 10. And that's ripped into left field for a base hit. And here is Chambliss. Havoc roll for Wilbur. Nothing on the 4. And here's the pitch. I'm going to start rolling the D20 with this. Here's the pitch to Chambliss. 4 and a 5. 5 and a 5, excuse me. And that ball is driven deep to center field. Back goes Little. And that ball is out of here. Replay 5-5. That's an end home run chance on a 1-8. That's a 7. Actually, no. That is not a home run because Chambliss is weak against lefties for some reason. My bad. That's a Michael Case, or that's a John Sterling special. That is high. That is deep. That is off. That is just a single. But going to third is Fossey. I thought for sure Chambliss would be normal against everybody, but he is not. So the Indians get the raw end of that deal. But still runners on the corners with nobody out. And they will play the infield back. They'll trade 2 outs for a run, if possible. Nothing on the 9. And here's the pitch to Johnson. 5-5. And against a righty, that's a 1-6 home run chance. That's an 8. So that will score Fossey. Chambliss rounding second, heading to third. Was not being held on, makes him a 12 to a 13. Now it's hit to center, no arm for Little. And they'll put the brakes on there. So RBI double for Alex Johnson. And they will not, with a runner on third, they're not going to hold on Johnson. He's not going to try to, they're not going to double steal. Havoc roll for Wilbur Wood. Nothing on the 18. There's Ron Lolich. Reached on a fielder's choice his last time up. And now the White Sox will bring the infield in. Six and a 5 against a righty. That's to the shortstop. That is a 12 for the shortstop, Alvarado. 3 and a 12. That will not be a G pound result. Nope. That will be a G2. And that is a 13, but that could be an error. And it is. So G2, E1. Batter to first, all runners advanced. So Chambliss scores on the error. Moving to third is Johnson, and the first is Lolich. Second error of the game for Alvarado. First and third, nobody out, 2 runs in. And here is Duffy. They're going to play the infield back. Nothing on the 11. And here is Frank Duffy, looking for everything in the 1 column. But 5-5 works in all of them. Is Duffy. He is also weak against left-handed pitching. So that 1 is a base hit. Scoring from third is Johnson. Going to third is Lolich. And the Indians will be happy to play wheel around the base paths all day long. Another run scores 4-0 Indians. And Havoc roll for Wilbur Wood and a 1. 1-6. It's a wild pitch. Nothing on the 12. And here's Perry, doubled his first time up. 1 and a 6. And swung on and missed, struck him out. And a Bronx cheer comes up from the Comiskey crowd. There's Del Unser, already third time batting in the 4th inning. He is 1 for 2 with a double. Nothing on the 15. And here is Unser. 3 and a 4. Popped up foul territory, third base side. Third baseman Spezio calls for it, makes the catch. 2 down. And here's Jack Brohammer, 8th man to bat in the inning. Nothing on the 17. And here's Brohammer. 3 and a 6. And that 5% triple chance just came through, and that will clear the bases. Scoring from third is Lolich. Scoring from first is Duffy. One, two, three, four. And we're going to play the Stratomatic rule where if a pitcher gives up 5 runs or more in an inning, he is automatically tired. So Wilbur Wood will be considered tired until he gets pulled. And they're saying, Wilbur, you got to give us some length here. At least a couple innings. Or at least until you bat next. Vicente Romo and Goose Gossage are loosening in the bullpen. Which means that one of them probably have to bat a couple times. All right, so that runner, both runners score. Runner on third. Now 6-0 Indians. It is not Wilbur Wood's day. Nothing on the 12. And here is Buddy Bell. One 7, popped him up to the right side of the infield. Second baseman Andrews puts it away, and that retires the side. But the Indians get 5 on 5 hits and lead 6-0 going to the bottom of the 4th as they bat it around. And May, Allen, and Spezio do up. I think we're going to let Wood stay in until he has to bat. So. All right, here's Carlos May. Oops, and oops, we're going to do this again. Okay, here's the pitch once again to May. 6 and a 7. Lefty struck him out. 1 away, and here's Dick Allen. Four and a 6. 1-6 triple chance, but that's that 13 means that Allen is on with a 1-out single. Okay, and here is Ed Spezio. Havoc roll for Perry, nothing on the 15. We will not hold on Dick. Well, maybe we will hold on Dick Allen. Yeah, we will hold on Dick Allen. Actually, we will not hold on Dick Allen. If Allen wants to go on a 1-10, we'll let him try for a jump. We'll let him go. He will not. All right, here is Spezio. 5 and an 8. Second base chance for Brohammer on the 18. Oops, 18. Brohammer is an E8, E19. To be a chance for a double play. 19 and a 12. There is no 12, and that 18 ranges towards second, gets it, flips to Duffy, and then Duffy over to Chambliss, inning-ending double play. And that will retire the side. Through 4 complete. Indians 6. White Sox nothing. All right. And Fossey, Chambliss, and Johnson do up. All right. Here's Fossey. He is 1 for 2 with a single. Four and an 8. And against the righty, no, he is considered tired. And you know what? That'll be it. I thought we were going to try to get him through, but since he is considered tired, that is a base hit, and that will be like the inside pitch rule where he pretty much automatically comes out. And we may go with one of our shorter men here. So Steve Keeley will come into the game and pitch and maybe get 1, maybe get 2 innings. So Steve Keeley comes into the game as Wood just did not have it. And here's Chris Chambliss. Keeley finishing his warm-up talks is, we still have to roll because Herman does have a pass ball rating. Nothing on the 13. And here is Chambliss. And that's a foul ball. And timeout. All right, and here's the pitch to Chambliss. 5 and a 3 against the lefty pitcher chance. Oh boy, he's a 4 and a 17. That's a chance for a fielder's choice, but Keeley is an E48. So pretty much he needs anything up to 3 through 6 or 15. And that is a 10. And usually there are no 10s in errors, but for pitcher chances, there are. So he bobbles it, and the 3rd error of the game made by the White Sox. Oh boy. Here's Alex Johnson, RBI double his first time up. And 2, there is a chance for there's a pass ball chance if it's a 4, 5, or 6. And there is a 6, so 1 to 8, and both runners move up. And that's at 18, so everybody holds. And here is Alex Johnson. 3, 9. 1 to 10 double chance. That is a 12. So into center field, scoring from second is Fossey. The 3rd is Chambliss. And it is now 7-0 as the Browns have kicked the extra point. And still nobody out. And here's Ron Lolich. Havoc roll for Keeley. Nothing on the 13. Here is Ron Lolich. And we'll just, at this point, I think I'm just going to re-roll the 1 die. 4 and a 3 against the righty to the right fielder. On a 19, that might be a shallow fly ball. Walt Williams, an E3, so you might probably will track this down. And that is a 9 on an E3. First off, 4 and a 19, that is an F3, so everybody will have to hold if he makes the catch. 3. There is no 9, so racing in is Williams and makes the catch, and everybody holds. Here's Duffy. Nothing on the 8. And here's Frank Duffy. Four and a 7. And against a righty, struck him out. So Keeley now facing Gaylord Perry with 2 outs and runners on the corners. 1 run in, so 6-0. Indians lead. Nothing on the 12. And here is Perry. 1 for 2 on the day, doubled and struck out. 5 and an 8. And that is a fly ball to left field. And going back a few steps is Carlos May, and that will retire the side. The Indians get a run here in the 5th and lead 7-0. Little, Herman, and Alvarado do up here in the bottom of the 5th. I'll probably start making changes here in the 6th or 7th inning if the lead is not shortened. All right, here's Jim Little. In fact, I'll probably leave him in the game because he is not a regular everyday player. All right, here's the pitch to Little. 6 and a 6 against the lefty. Fly ball to center field, and Unser backs up a couple steps, makes the catch 1 away. And here is Ed Herman. 1 and a 7. And that's a double to 1, but single the rest. That's an 8. So Herman with a 1-out single. And here is Alvarado. Nothing on the havoc roll. And here's Alvarado. Oops. 5 and a 5, struck him out. And they will get a pinch hitter for Keeley. Tony Muser will grab a bat and he will hit for Keeley. And then we will get Vicente Romo coming into the game. Okay, so Perry facing Muser. Havoc roll for nothing on the 4. And here's the pitch to Muser. Runner on first. White Sox trailing 7-0. And a 1-7. Fly ball to center field. And Unser camps under it. Makes the catch. And that will retire the side. In comes Vicente Romo to face top of the order Unser, Brohammer, and Bell. There's Vicente Romo. Here is Del Unser, fourth time to the plate. He is 1 for 3, led off the game with a double. So here is Unser. And a 4-11 against the lefty. Struck him out. One away. And here is Jack Brohammer. Five and a 2. Fly ball to right field. And Walt Williams makes the catch. 2 down. And here's Buddy Bell. A chance for the first 1, 2, 3 inning of the game for the White Sox. Oops. 5 and a 10. That's to the shortstop on a 13. And, well, once again, it's Alvarado. See if he can make a play this time. And here's the pitch. Here's the play for Alvarado. And on a 10, he will make that play and retire the side. So the Indians go down in order for the first time. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. The Indians have a comfortable 7-0 lead. Probably for the 7th inning, maybe we'll start making substitutions. Top of the order, Williams, Andrews, and May due up here for the White Sox. And here's the pitch to Williams. 1 and a 4, bouncer to first, and Chambliss steps on the bag himself. 1 down. Here's Mike Andrews. 2 and a 10, bouncer to short. And Duffy throws out Andrews, 2 down. And brings up Carlos May. 0 for 2 himself. And a 6 and a 9. That's tough play for the shortstop Duffy. He'll keep it in front of him. And that will most likely be an error. 18 and a 6. No, there is no 6. Only 15 through 18. So Duffy makes the play to retire the side. Go to the top of the 7th. Romo will face Fossey, Chambliss, and possibly get a pinch hitter in for Johnson. I think that's the first move we'll make. So, actually, I think we might get a pinch hitter for Fossey as well. We'll let somebody else. Well, I'll let somebody else catch the last 2 innings. So Jerry Moses will pinch hit for Ray Fossey. And here's Jerry Moses to face Vicente Romo. All right, here's the pitch to Moses. And we'll just re-roll that. 6 and a 6 against the righty. And Moses leads off with a double. Boy, it's all coming up. A lot coming up roses today for the Indians. And here's Chris Chambliss. We'll roll the Havoc roll in case there is a 2. There's a 3. And here is Chambliss. Chambliss singled, reached on an error, and lined out to second. So 5 and a 10. And that's to the... Boy, they're picking on the shortstop. 17 will be in range. They weren't holding on Moses. They didn't need to. And that's a 12, and I think that's okay. Yep. So let me make sure. 3 and a 17. That'd be a G1. So he lets the runner back and throws out Chambliss, 1 away. And they will call back Alex Johnson for John Let It Be Lowenstein. Johnson 2 for 3 on the day, reached base all 3 times. Okay, Johnson will come out. Havoc roll for Romo. Nothing on the 9. And here's the pitch to Lowenstein. 5 and a 7. Second base chance. This time they don't pick on Alvarado. They pick on Mike Andrews. 4 and a 9. We weren't holding anybody on. In fact, Fosse's on second base. So, actually, let's see what left-handed batter. Maybe the shortstop's responsibility. So, the G3 does on the 4 does not matter, or that there's a pound sign. Just you can't make the error on an E22. And that is a 9. So E22, there is no 9. So charging is Andrews. He makes the play to first. Moving to third is Moses. And there are 2 away for Ron Lilich. Nothing on the 7. And here's a pitch to Lilich. Oops. 5 and a 9. Struck him out, and that will retire the side. Stretch time here at Comiskey Stadium. 7-0 Indians. And Alan Spezio and Little. And they literally, well, I could probably pull somebody to first base, but nah. Everybody else is pretty much regular. All right. Okay. All right. And Perry will face Dick Allen, Ed Spezio, and Jim Little here in the bottom of the 7th. And here's the pitch to Allen. Three and a 7, draws a walk. So Allen has reached base twice today, single and a walk. They don't want to bother holding him on. He can be automatic to a 10 if he wants to, and he does not want to, being down 7-0. All right, here is Spezio. Nothing on the 11. Three and an 11. Popped up foul territory, third base side. Nettles calls for it. Or sorry, Buddy Bell calls for it. and makes the catch, 1 down. And here is Jim Little. Nothing on the 16. Here's the pitch to Little. 1 and a 7. Ground ball to second. Charging is Brohammer, and he will throw out Little. Moving to second is Dick Allen, but there are 2 outs. And that brings up, well, we're going to bring in a new catcher. Chuck Brinkman will come in behind the plate and catch for the rest of the game. All right, so both catchers getting the rest of the night off. And Havoc roll for Perry. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. White Sox trailing 7-0. And here's the pitch to Brinkman. 2 and a 12. Tapper back to the mound. And Perry retires Brinkman. And that will retire the side. This is actually Romo's point of weakness coming up. He is due up second, so he will pitch as long as he can. Goose Gossage is loosening in the bullpen as the Indians bat here in the top of the 8th. Duffy, Perry. Actually, they're going to take Duffy out. Lou Camilli will bat for Duffy here. So Duffy will sit for the rest of the game. Here is Lou Camilli. Or Camilli. And here's the pitch from Romo to Camilli. Duffy was 1 for 3 with a single on the day. Here's the pitch to Camilli. 6 and an 11. Against a lefty. That's a 1-7 single chance, and Camilli comes off the bench with a pinch hit. And no bunting. They're going to let Perry swing away with being up 7-0. And Havoc roll. Oh, there is something on the chance on the 2. And on the 4, pass ball chance. The new catcher has a PB6. And that's a 5, and the new catcher misplays it. And going to second is Duffy. On the pass ball, well, a new player action finds you. Nothing on the 10. Here's Perry. 5 and an 8, struck him out. 1 away. And here is Del Unser. Havoc roll. Nothing on the 6. Here's the pitch to Unser. 6 and an 8. Yep, against the lefty, struck him out. So Romo's showing some fight here, and they'll bring up Jack Brohammer. Nothing on the 10. And here's the pitch to Brohammer. 3 and a 9. Draws a walk. So that's the second for point of weakness. So first and second with 2 down for Buddy Bell. And Havoc roll for nothing on the 16. And here's the pitch to Bell. 1-5 against a righty. Tamper back to the mound. And Romo throws out Bell to retire the side. So yeoman's work done by Romo. 3 scoreless innings. Yeah. And Alvarado, and we're going to get a pinch hitter. Pat Kelly will pinch hit for Romo, and Goose Gossage will come into the game and pitch. So Alvarado, Kelly, and Williams due up here in the bottom of the 8th. Perry has faced 34 batters here in the 7 innings that he has worked. Perry says, I still got a lot in the tank left. All right, here's Luis Alvarado. 3 and a 5. Struck him out. And Alvarado has the hat trick. Here comes Pat Kelly. Okay. Pat Kelly here will pinch hit for Romo. 6 and an 8. Bouncer to second. Brohammer throws out Kelly. 2 down. There's Walt Williams. 2 down. Nobody on, and the Indians leading 7-0 as most people are now exiting the ballpark. 18. So 3 and a 5. Popped him up right side of the infield. Brohammer puts it away, and that retires the side. We go to the top of the 9th. In comes the Goose. After 3 good innings by Vicente Romo. Get Gossage in the... All right, here's Jerry Moses, who doubled his first time up. Oops, reroll. One missed the tray. And I'll just reroll them. 5 and a 7. 1 to 10 single chance. That's a 15. So grounder to short. And Alvarado throws out Moses 1 away. And here is Chris Chambliss. I believe they were teammates on a Yankees championship team. Oops. And 6-9 against the lefty. Not gonna get the better of him this time. That's cut off by the center fielder, but into second with a double is Chambliss. 1 to 9 triple chance, but that's a 20. Chambliss did have 2 triples on the season. So 1 out double for Chambliss, and here's John Lowenstein. And on a 1, this is almost going to be an automatic wild pitch unless it's a 20. And it's a 2. So throws it in the dirt, and going to third on the wild pitch is Chambliss. We'll do it again. Nothing on the 13. Here's the pitch to Lowenstein. As we are now on the top of the 9th. and a 4 and a 4. Against the lefty catcher X. Brinkman is a 2, but he is an E15. And a 11. So 2 and a 6. That is a pop-up or a wild pitch chance. Okay, so, and then a 15 and an 11 for a catcher. 15. There is an 11, so he'll drop a pop-up. No. P/P. Squib out in front of the plate. He can't handle it. And scoring from third is Chambliss. Wow. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, fourth error of the game. And the Indians tack on an 8th run. Lowenstein on first, not being held on. And here is Ron Lolich. Nothing on the 17. Here's the pitch to Lolich. Two and an 8. Struck him out. Second time Lolich has gone down on strikes. Here is Lou Camilli. Singled his first time up. Nothing on the havoc roll. Here's the pitch to Camilli. 2 and a 5. Struck him out. And that retires the side. But the Indians add another run, and it's 8-0 here in the bottom of the 9th. And Perry will face Andrews, May, and Allen. Of course, this is his point of weakness, but as he has now faced 37 batters. And here is Andrews. Andrews on the day doubled and lined out and grounded out. 6 and a 9. Shortstop chance. The 10 for Duff. No, that's Camilli. Oh boy. 4 and a 10. He'll get to it. But he is an E41. Or E44, sorry. E44 and a 10. I don't think there's a 10 on a 44. Nope, 8, 13, 16, and 18. So Camilli makes the play. 1 down. And here's Carlos May. Two and an 8. And just a bit outside, ball 4. So May reaches base for the first time. They'll say if you want to try the steal on a 1 to 9, you can. They're not holding them on. 1 out. And here is Dick Allen. Nothing on the 5. And here's the pitch to Allen. 5 and a 7. Struck him out. He is not tired. Last chance saloon for Ed Spezio. Nothing on the 12. And here's Spezio. 4 and a 5, and not so fast. And that'll just hit off the top of the wall. May was not being held on. 16, 2 outs makes him an 18. They actually have to throw home. They will send him 1-18 for Carlos May. And he scores on the 7. So shutout is broken up on the RBI double for Ed Spezio. That is 2 against his point of weakness. And here is Jim Little to hit. And 1-7, it's a wild pitch. Nothing on the 16. So here is Jim Little. And a 10. And that's ripped down the third baseline. And scoring from second is Spezio. 7-2 now is your score. And Perry is now tired. So if he hits one of those dots, we're going to replace him. Denny Riddleberger is loosening in the bullpen. Here's Brinkman. Nothing on the 15. Four and a 6. And that will do it. That's down the line. And into third with a triple is Brinkman. Scoring is Little. Actually, no. Little doubled. And that will be it for Gaylord Perry. He will give way to Denny Riddleberger. Couldn't quite complete the game. And here is Alvarado. Havoc roll for Riddleberger. Nothing on the 3. Here's Alvarado. Jay Johnstone has grabbed the bat to pinch hit. He would be next. Four and an 8. Fly ball center field. And catching that is the center fielder Unser. And that's your ball game. Final score, the White Sox too little too late. As Perry gets the win. It is his 14th of the year. But he does give up 3 earned runs, so. And he goes to 14-7. Be right back with the line scores right after this. All right, final line score. 7 runs, 13 hits, no errors for the Indians. 3 runs, 6 hits, 4 errors for the White Sox. Next game, final game for the month of July is, the next Perry start is July 28th, a night game where the Indians head to Baltimore to play the Orioles, and they will face Dave McNally in that one. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. I'm sure I'll get better with the Dice Tower. If not, then hey, oh well. Please leave a comment. See how you like everything new with the higher camera angle and the Dice Tower. Please leave a like for the video. It helps the video to be seen. And if you've not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell to receive all notifications. And whatever game you are playing, please enjoy it to your fullest and have a good night, everybody.